Hey guys, it's Kai at Mooker Creations. I've had a lot of people ask about my cup nights and what I do, how I do it, the process, from prepping, planning to actual execution. And I've done them a bunch of ways, and over the time I have kind of adjusted to what I have prepped, and now I also had to change it due to Corona. So we've already even had one cup night since Corona, and I have one in 2 weeks. And they went really well. So I started doing cup nights because I wanted to have more of a consistent income. Like, I would have so many cup orders, usually on average, pretty consistent. And then I got slammed during college football time, and then it would go back to my like lower consistency level. And I was like, well, I would like to have like steadier income. So what I did was, another military wife did paint and sip nights, and those were fun. And where we were stationed, it was a lot of winter for a long period of time, so we were trapped inside. So you get like the winter depression, totally real. And people like don't socialize a lot. So I'm like, well, let's start doing cup nights, because how fun can that be? You know, and I like to craft. So I figured out a way to do it. I asked a few people like different ideas to kind of like figure out how it would work. I did figure out I will not do mobile. I will only do them at my place. I have done my very first one mobile. I had a trial run one with just super close friends so they could judge me and tell me what I did wrong. And then my real big one was mobile, and that was hard, but it was doable. And it is doable. You just have to have your stuff prepped. The only issue I did have was I had a tub and I had like the traveling cup dividers, and the cups would have issues and get it was a lot more touch up than I really wanted. So let me grab one more thing. So what I did was I decided I'm only going to do it at my house, and they can still be private parties, or they don't have to be private, but they can be. Most of the time I don't know anyone at them, because I advertise all on Facebook, and I just do like a bunch of the military spouse pages. I don't do marketplace. You can, I just haven't done it yet. And you can do local hangout groups, meetup groups, crafting groups, whatever you want. So I only advertise there, and so far I'm usually always full or close to being full. Like with Corona right now, it's kind of tricky. So what I did was I made it to where a group of people will come to the house. I have everything laid out. I do a mini demonstration, and they work on their cups. The thing is they only do the first part. They do not deal with epoxy. And then I do the rest and return it to them within 2 weeks. Fully done. So when I first started, I did not have a website. I was taking manual orders. So I started doing things by Google Doc. And so I figured everything needs to be done where it can be similar cost. So I started charging $30 a person. And I do light snacks. Like, I usually always make brownies. Sometimes I do chips and dip. I always have themes. So the last one was Let Freedom Ring, because it was for July. So I made baby pies, and I had pigs in a blanket. And that's more than I do. I always tell them, if you want to bring snacks, you can bring snacks. I supply water. Sometimes I supply tea. And then it is BYOB, and someone always bring booze. Last time they brought like a couple bottles of wine, and someone brought Tupperware with like different cheeses and salamis and crackers. It was cute. It totally matched the theme too. So I was like, how am I gonna get them to sign up, pick everything, and do everything? So I found out Google Forms, super easy to do. So I would have them click on the link. If they're interested, I would put it on Facebook, say, here, click on this link, fill it out. If someone messaged me private, I would have them fill it out. You need to figure out how many people you want. Start smaller. and work your way up. So if you're starting small, do 5. Start with 5, work with 5, go up to 8, go up to 10. Right now with Corona, we do max at 10, but before Corona, I would do max at like 15. Because hey, it was originally $30 a person. Now I'm at $40 a person, right? Awesome. $40 a person, and you're only paying really for the cup. All the other supplies are reusable. So I started with a Google Doc first. I just label it cup night. If I have a specific cup night, I usually title it with a theme, so they kind of have an idea. I put their email address, and I'm sorry it's backwards for you guys because I'm flipped around. Let me shift this over. Okay, so then we do name, email, and phone, because I am going to email them an invoice to pay. So email, and then they have 3 cup options. I give them all an option for a 20-ounce modern curve, a 20-ounce skinny, or a 17-ounce wine glass. I did now add the 17-ounce mason jar because that way they're all really close in price range, really close in size. So no one's saying like, well, I'm kind of screwed out of like 10 ounces, but I paid the same price. No, they're all around the same size, which means same cost. So everyone, but they get to pick. So it says, now in the beginning, I would be very specific because some people have bought in cups from me before, or they've seen them like plaids, everything. So I used to put on here like, oh, a skinny can be plaid, geode, ombre, wood grain, whatever. This one, no plaid. That one, no plaid. Now I don't. I just say, okay, you get the 4 cups, and I put the image because they're like, well, I don't know what that looks like. No, I put the image up there. You know what it looks like. I then slide to second craft item. This is something that is kind of like a little bonus. You do not have to do it. I say you can get 1 keychain or a set of 2 coasters. So they get to select, do we have any allergies? Now you need to know this because are they allergic to latex, which we don't have. I don't use latex. I use nitrile gloves. But you do need to know it, especially if we provide drinks or snacks. Then you need to know. Be responsible. So any allergies listed, you want their address, because then you kind of know if they're traveling far or if they're right in your neighborhood, right down the street. It kind of also helps for pickup. I do not deliver. I've only 1 time shipped, and that is because a mother of the host flew in from Louisiana to hang out with family. She ended up doing the cup night, and I said, sure, I will totally ship for her. She volunteered to pay for shipping. But the host, we were doing a mutual thing. She did coasters, I did this, so I just took it out of her profits that she would have got. Then this is the policy. It says if you need to cancel your reservation, you must contact me in order to receive your 50% of your payment. They do not get 100% refund if they cancel because you had to order cups and supplies. They don't know that though. Portions of your payment are used to order products and therefore cannot be refunded. Items made during the event will be given back to the attendees no longer than 2 weeks from the event date. No children allowed because they will bump your table. They will mess with your glitter. They will be more harm than good. Like, you can have one, like maybe your spouse will volunteer to babysit, but they're not allowed in the cup area. Plus they will get into your supplies. Like my kids know not to touch my stuff and they touch my stuff. Payment. The fee is $30 for the event. In the event of the cancellation by the attendee, 50% will be refunded. If the host cancels the event, 100% will be refunded, especially times right now with Corona. If I have to cancel, I offer 2 options now. I offer full refund or I offer a rain check to the rescheduled date. Usually they offer the rain check. I've only ever had to reschedule an event once. Once the doc is filled out, we will email you the invoice within 24 hours. Payment must be within 24 hours or your spot will be lost and you will have to reapply. Please message the host with any questions. Thank you. So they submit it. And then once they submit it, I immediately send them that invoice and they're done. They are reserved. In the beginning, usually everyone was on Facebook. So I would create a Facebook event, invite everyone, And then I would kind of like keep tabs and also try to amp them up, remind them of the event. I post photos of past events, past cup items, coasters made, and that's how that works. Now that I do everything through my website, because I got tired of tracking people down for money. Like, I don't want to do that. Can I pay half now? Can I pay half later? Can I pay half now, later? Can I forget to pay you? No, you have to pay, and I want it up front. And so, or they're like, oh, I never got it. Well, then you lost your spot. So now I do everything through a website. And so I can even create events. So this is my website, Muku Creations. I created an event page. So I'll show you the top. So you can request a private party. It will still be done at my house. Full name, email, phone number, number of guests you're expecting, the event date and time, and any additional information. Is it a birthday? Is it a ladies' night? Is it a special theme, bachelorette party, whatever? And then feature events. So this is my current event that we have coming up on the 22nd. I always, by the way, they are only 2 hours long. Usually 2 hours is more than enough time. Even if you have someone who's on the slower side, it's more than enough time. So it says date and time. It says the theme of it, the cost, which is now $40. This one does not have a photo, but in my event options, it does show a photo. So 17 ounce wine, 20 skinny, 20 curve, and 17 mason jar. Do you have any allergies? Do you have a nickname? And I will explain that part why. So again, this goes over the same thing that I read to you on the Google Doc. It just also says no children are allowed. And I kind of explain, it's like a paint and sip party, but there's no set design. Paint and sips, you have a set design, so hopefully you like what you're gonna do. Here, you get to do what you want, which is really cool. I do explain that they are welcome to bring drinks and snacks to their choice, and that I just have water and light snacks. And that's it. That is super easy. So they pay, I get the paper from my website. So then what I do is for every person, when I first started out, like, you don't want to print out the Google form. It just, I have a hair. Sorry, had a hair. When I first did it, I had, they're long. You don't want to put all the extra information. So what I did was I just got the big index cards, and I just had on it, I had across the top, I don't know where mine are right now, but cup night, the name of the cup night, so I knew what, in case they were close together, I would know the name, the style of cup chosen, best method of contact and address. Some people want text, some people want Facebook Messenger, and some people want email. But you have to be able to contact them because you're going to keep working with them through the process, even though they're not physically with you. So best method of contact, they're going to fill it out, cup style chosen. Then you're going to have a section for color chosen, vinyl chosen, font chosen, side 1 design and side 2 design. And then on the back is for later. Now, over time, with the website, I'm like, I'm always writing these dang index cards. Why don't I make it simpler and type something up that I can print? So this one is filled out, so please ignore the name, cup night, and then dash, and you can put August cup night, or you can put your theme. All the information I already told you, and it's written right there. Now, you can do this a couple ways. I always forget to tell people they can get on the Wi-Fi because not everyone can pay for the data or whatever. So usually it is like, oh, here's my number to text me the images, or you can message me your images. So instead, I put it, I'm going to cover up my Wi-Fi password. I put the information to send me your designs. You can contact me at, and I gave them my email and my cell phone number. I put my Wi-Fi network, or guest one, and the Wi-Fi password, and then I put cup or keychain or coaster set of 2. So before I didn't. I just had an index card and a little cheap disposable pen. dollar store, Michael's, they all have these cute little clipboards. I just got these not long ago, so I'm a little excited. A pen, this goes with them. So when they first sit down, I have them fill out the basic first. I have them do their name, address, best method of contact, and I have already circled the cup style. So they will come, they're gonna, oh, and so you order the cups after you set a date. I usually give 2 weeks before the party as my deadline to register and sign up. I say, okay, because I gotta have plenty of time to order cups. If you want to do 3 weeks now because of delay in shipping, I get that. So you let them know, hey guys, last day to sign up and pay is going to be this date. Give your time. So then what you're going to do is you're going to prep all the cups. So you're going to get them all, sand them, base paint them all white. I do, because we don't know what design they're doing. So it is all base paint. They are not working with any epoxy. So you don't need turners. What I do is I use a PVC pipe, cut to whatever size. Clearly it's well used. I love the Cuposaurus foam. It is squishy. It fits all cups that we are using. And it actually comes in, this is only half of it. It comes in long ones. I cut it in half. Then it goes twice as far. And eventually if I get epoxy on it, I end up picking it off. For a while, I did use a pipe fitting to hold it. Let me get one to show you. Because you're gonna need a couple different things. So I use PVC because you are, oh, I forgot one more thing. See, I'm so prepared today, you guys. Oh my gosh. I swear, I'm normally more prepared. So you are going, oh. Okay, so I give him the foam, and then you can use this, you guys. It's just a little PVC, it slips on the end, and now I can prop it up. Or I ordered these from someone on Etsy. They just slide together, and it holds my PVC. Make sure you know your PVC sizing, and make sure it will fit, because that would not be fun. So what I do is I prep their cups and I put them on here, and that's part of their kit with their index card or their form and a pen. Now, I also give everyone a disposable foil tray, so you can really just stack it all in here. I used to assign seats and just pop them on the table and be like, oh, you're sitting here. But not everyone comes with friends. Some people come together and they don't pay together. Like, so you don't know. So now I just have them on a table. I'm like, hi, I'm so-and-so. What's your name? Oh, you're Miranda. Let me grab your stuff. And I just grab their little stuff. And I'm like, okay, go ahead and pick a chair wherever you want to sit. Or set your stuff down wherever you want to sit. So they had this. That's it with the cup. Now what I do is I was like, ooh, let's do these all the time. So I got cheap little caddies. They can sell them at the Dollar Tree. I got them in bulk from Target because just not a lot of places were in stock at the moment. So I got a cute little compartment caddy, and I write on it with Sharpie because I can get it off with rubbing alcohol. I did have one suggestion from one of my friends, like, ooh, we almost need aprons. So jiffyshirts.com, I just got the cute little cheap, almost like Home Depot apron. And I write on them with the Crayola washable marker. Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm eventually going to do iron-on, almost like the name tag, and say, hello, my name is, and then write on it with the Crayola washable marker so it washes out. Because I am bad with names, and I feel bad when I don't remember your name. So now I have no excuse because it is on your apron that you're wearing and they don't know I don't know it. Like I said, you can write on it. I just roll it up and put it in there. When I have their cup and it is prepped, it just sets in the other slot. And then I have their foil pan and their clipboard and pen. So I just have these lined up on a table, you guys, facing with the names out. And all I do is say, okay, it's really nice to meet you. Let me get your little crafting kit. And everyone freaking loved it, you guys. They thought it was so cute. It's almost like a little camping kit, you know, but it's cute. And it's got a little handle, makes it easy. And then all their stuff stays in their bucket. It makes it a lot less messy. You're not dropping the cups. All the cups fit in there. It works out really good. And it's easy. That way you're not like, oh shoot, I forgot your pen. Oh shoot, I forgot your apron. It's all together. You can prep it as fast as you want. You can prep it the night before, whatever you want. But it's all done. Less stress for you, because you're gonna stress the first couple times. Like, at least I do. I like things to be perfect. So that is that. They get to sit wherever they want. We wait for everyone to show up before we start. And I just say, okay, there's water if you'd like a snack. Think about, you know, do you come with a design in mind, or do you have no idea what you want to do? Some people are like, I have no idea. And some people are like, I want to make this cup on Pinterest. I also always put pre-made cups on the table, just all over. I say, okay, you guys, because guess what? We know the terms for what the styles of the cups are. We know. They don't. You have to break everything down into the most basic. You were talking to your 4-year-old. Like, legit. That's what you need. And you're not going to make them feel stupid. But you're like, okay, let me... You know, I'm like, let me grab some cups. Some of my cups I took in the house, so that's why. So I just have cups all over the table, you know, just down a row. I have literally, like, you can either have 2 tables spread apart, or you can have one big row. Sometimes I just do one big row because it's easier to just walk and monitor one. I do all mine outside, and I usually do it 6 to 8, so it's after dinner time, especially if you have littles or if someone gets off work a little late. They can wait for the spouse to come home. So it's about 6 to 8 p.m. In Great Lakes, I had to do it in my garage because I figured this all out during the winter, so we dealt with snow. Here, sunny San Diego, pop-up up. I decorated a little bit with the theme, and nothing expensive, guys. Cheap. Dollar Tree. Hobby Lobby if you want to get fancy. But decorate it like streamers. That's it. I use the party plastic tablecloth. I got a big roll from Party City, and I'm still using it. Just unroll, tape it to the table. It does not have to look pretty. Sometimes, if it's like Halloween, I get the pre-made little decorated like foam pumpkins. For July, I did party beads. I've done koozies that were like $1. I think it was 2 for $1. You know, cheap decorations that are still kind of cute, but so cheap if you want to be like, hey, here's a party favor, you can have it. That's what I've done. For our camp night crafts, Target had plastic, like harder plastic red Solo cups, but they were pink, green, yellow, and I put everybody's name on it. And then they got to take that home. Like, that was their going away gift. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to. But I don't have room to store tons of stuff. So, and you're getting money with the reservation fee and the cost for the night, so you can do that. And everyone likes a little goodie prize, you know? So I have these along the table, and I'm like, oh, they're like, what's wintergreen? Oh, that's this. But the thing is this can come in any color. Like, it doesn't have to come in brown. What's an ombre? Oh, it's like glitter, but you could do, I have like 6 different, I've had someone do 5 glitter color ombre before. This is a plaid. I always have an ink cup out, like my cow spots, not a drop of ink on the epoxy and spread. Nope. It's either a geode or like cow print with inks. I've done that. So Others are gonna sit there and look at Pinterest, or some come with photos that they have in mind. And I'm like, okay, now is your time, if you want glitter, to go look at your glitter samples. I used to have a glitter sample board where it was beautiful. They were all the same shape. It was sorted by color and every sample was numbered. My kids would steal them because they were magnetized. Then I had to glue them on and my son would rip them off and hide them. So now I am still in the process because I have over 400 glitters. So now I'm in the process of making glitter samples, and I will drill, these have holes in them and they're gonna be on a chain. So then people will sit there, look at them, and it's cool because they can hold them next to each other. Do these colors go good together? No, or yeah. They literally write down the number. And this is where it comes in. Colors chosen on your form, you are gonna write down, not me, they're gonna write down every color they choose, because if they mess up or I mess up or something happens and I need to touch it up, I know what colors they use to match it. So like all my glitters are squares, all my micas are circles, because you never know. I might let them do a dragon scale cup, like with the UV and the bubbles. I haven't even done one myself yet, so I'm not sure, but I might if it's like a good group I know. So this is when, if they want glitter, they look at all my glitter samples. All my glitters are in jars and in a plastic tub and numbered. So there is a number on every single sample. And what I did is then I just run and grab the tub. Now the thing is we just moved here a couple months ago and I haven't had time to do all my samples. So what I told them was, okay, you guys, I just put all the tubs along on the back part of the pop-up, lids off and underneath. And I said, look, my first 300 glitters are sampled. My last like 120 aren't. So feel free to look in the tubs and look at all the glitter. With Corona, you want to be careful. I do have sanitizing wipes. So I went through and I wiped down all my bottles after. I do say masks are optional, but we are social distancing and spacing everyone apart, so that is why they are optional. But I did also get a big box of disposable ones from Smart & Final, just so that if someone's like, oh shoot, I should have a mask, or I want one but I didn't bring one, you got them. I also have a giant jar or pump thing of hand sanitizer. So, and then everyone is 6 feet apart sitting at their tables, but they're still by their friends. So while some people are usually looking on Pinterest, because not everyone comes with a design. Some people are looking at glitters. Other people, if they want wood grain, I say, okay, what color? Do you want a color? Do you want a brown? And I'm working on dog tag samples of all my inks so they get an idea of what it's gonna look like on the white. It's literally just white dog tag. I dropped a bunch of smeared ink on it, wrote on the back the name, so then I can find it. Because I don't think it's accurate when it's an epoxy based off like, oh, I put 1 drop, I put 7. It always looks different on white. So they're doing their thing. If I tell them, if you find glitters that you want, just go and last time, you guys, they did it themselves. So I was like, okay, you look at your samples, you write down your colors, and then you get to go to the box and grab them yourself. Because before I was like, oh my gosh, let me get all these glitters, let me get all these glitters. Nope, you guys get to go help yourself. You grab the glitters by the box. The outside of the box is the numbers, the number range that is in that tub. Super easy peasy. Take it back to your table or to your chair and wait to begin. People with inks, I get them their supplies. I usually have a little basket with brushes, a basket with sponges in case they want, and then I also have a dummy white cup for me because I have to demonstrate. So once everyone is settled, I usually do wood grain first. It does finish faster, but that's okay. So I say, okay, here's my dummy cup. Let me just show you. And I do have a little spritzer on the bottle or on the table saying if it's too dark, if you mess up, here's rubbing alcohol. I also have bags of wipies on the table in case they need to wipe off their hands. If someone wants gloves, you can offer gloves. If they don't, you don't have to. So wood grains are taken care of. Keep them busy for a few minutes. Glitter people, then I do them. And you can do Mod Podge or you can do spray adhesive. To me, Mod Podge is a devil. I hate it. It takes too much time to dry. And no matter how much we explain you want to get the streaks out to the people, thin, even coats, it is streaky, it is clumpy, and it is super thick. I told you 4-year-old, right? My 4-year-old does a better paint job with the Mod Podge. So I do not do it unless I absolutely have to. Like geode or like pencil cup, which I just found out my last cup night. So I do spray adhesive. I have a couple cans. I have a designated spray area. If you have your spray pop-up tent, use that. I take my dummy cup and I say, okay guys, you don't even have to do it on the dummy cup, but I use it to hold the reference of how far I hold the can and how far I hold the cup, because you have to show them. Because I had a lady going like this with the spray glue and it was nothing but bubbles. And she's like, why is he doing that? I said, because you gotta hold it back like this and spray. You're doing it too close. So you just say, okay, spray, turn, spray. If you want the bottom done, spray the bottom. And then once they pick their glitters, I say, okay, you guys, you get 1 sheet per color. So let's start with one color. Here's your 1 sheet. And this is pre-cut. These are the easiest. If you want to deal with paper, deal with paper. I just do with these. I throw them away. So I tell them 1 color per paper. I say, okay, here's your paper. Usually I tell them just take the lid off the dang jar. Because do you know how many people try to shake chunky glitter out of shakers? It's not coming out. Take the lid off. Holes are too small. So I just say, okay, ooh, here's your cup. Pour. The end. If you have a bald spot, try to roll it around a little bit. Put your cup on the table. I'm telling you guys, you got to break it down. Put the jar in the middle and slowly pour. Go spray again, come back, do again. I always tell them you need at least 2 coats of glitter. You don't need more, you don't want 1, you need 2. I don't typically let them do spray paint, except for I had one lady who wanted black with chunky glitter on both ends. So then I let her spray paint the black, so there were some runs, but luckily the glitter covered it. If they want to do an ombre, then I tell them, okay, so we start with our lightest color first, then we work our darker. So I say, okay, how do you want to do your ombre? And they kind of tell me, and I say, okay, so we're going to start here. You're going to spray this section, pour the glitter on, put the glitter back in the jar, get your new paper, go spray this section. However you do your ombres, everyone does them different. It's your own personal preference. I do not mix colors because I think it wastes glitter. I just blend my lines. Spray adhesive is the easiest way. And you just walk them through it. You just say, okay, and when we're ready, you do that. And then when you're ready to blend the colors, so I tell them, you're just gonna overlap a little bit, and when you get to that little overlap, you're just gonna sprinkle. You're not gonna pour it to where you have a harsh line. You're gonna sprinkle or lightly tap from higher up above. The higher above you go, the farther it's dispersed. The closer you are, the closer it is together. And I do that, and they kind of do their own thing. I constantly walk around to check in and see what they're doing. If I see red flags, then I go there. As people finish, I say, okay, now what do you want for your designs? If you have specific images, message me on Facebook, email me, or text me via the way that is your preferred method of contact. I tell them for your fonts, I used to guess. I used to just put like block, script font, whatever, pick your style. No, I now tell them, because that would stress me out too much and I would spend so much time. I tell them, okay, now you get to go to dafont.com. I spell it. I think I should add it to that list because I didn't put it on there. And go look at your fonts. Go look at your font. You write down the exact name of it. And when you figured out your font, let me know, and then you can go to my vinyl tower and pick out your vinyl. And they're like, what do you mean vinyl? I said, all the decals that I do, you get to go pick. And then what I do is I just have a roll of painter's tape and a Sharpie there, and I said, okay, so I literally have a tower of vinyl and it spins. I tell them, you are just gonna pull the roll out you want. Hi, you can just put it right over here. Thank you. Amazon. I just tell them, tear a piece of painter's tape on it, write your name on it, and slap it on the end of the vinyl. And I have a pile that they put it in. So then they can say like, oh, it's just like purple. Okay, that's really like a purple pink holographic, right? We don't know. So I do have them write vinyl color, but I also have them put their name on it just to make sure it matches. And if I'm like, where did it go? I can look at their paper and be like, oh, they want the purple. Let me go look at all the purples. And if it's a quote, whatever, they write the quote down, and it says side 1 design, side 2 design. So if they want a design and a name, or if they want 2 decals, whatever, but it breaks it down as best as you can. I've had some where all they want is their name or a picture. I had another one where she wanted 18 photos. Okay, so she texted me the 18 photos. No name, nothing, just the 18 photos. I said, okay, perfect. So they do that. So once they're all done, that's it. And you say, okay, everybody, thanks for coming. Usually I have to kind of boot people out as nice as I can. Oh, one thing. I do raffles because everybody likes free stuff. And it gives them a little more, like, I get free stuff. Like, it's fun. Before, I used to offer a raffle ticket. Everyone got one for signing up. If you were able to get friends to sign up, you got a couple more. But then I would forget. I also forgot people's names. I would forget to give the tickets out or write on them to put them in the basket. And so now I just put painter's tape on the bottom of one of the chairs and they're picking where they're sitting. So it's at random. Only put out the number of chairs per people because at my last cup night, I put like 1 or 2 extra, and of course the empty seat was the one with the tape. So then I just put everyone's names on a piece of paper and put it in a basket. I just get a cute little super cheap basket or box from Hobby Lobby, and I fill it with like cute stuff matching the theme, but also super cheap. So it's usually like a set of cute towels from Hobby Lobby, like the dish towels or whatever, that are like $3 and they're always on sale. $6 that are always 50% off, so $3. Usually a cute little wooden sign that matches the theme. And it was 4th of July, so it was like 2 little 4th of July, like red, white, and blue windmills. And it was like a cute little lace dream catcher. Oh, and my friends sell samples. Scentsy, they sell Scentsy, and they sent me samples in the mail, so I put them in there. This time I have my dish towels. I have a cute little sign, and I couldn't find that much of like cute summer, so I'm just gonna throw in a cup that I have that I use for a demo, and that's it. And they're like, oh, guess what, by the way, before everyone packs up and leaves, check under your chair. And then check, oh, I got tape under me. Oh, cool, you got a free gift. They love it. Usually they end up sitting there drinking and snacking, and you're like, okay guys, well, the event is over. So I appreciate you guys coming. I hope you guys had a great time, and keep checking your messages, or however I will get in touch with you to go over your design with you if I have any questions, but also send you proofs of it before it's final coat. So if you want to change anything, then that is the only time to do so. And then I will have the cups ready for pickup within 2 weeks, and I will message you when it's ready. So they're like, oh, and it's like, oh, that's over. Yeah, I always have to boot people out. They're always just sitting there talking, which is fine, but like, I have my kids with my husband or a babysitter, so come on. So I work on the cups. If I have to touch up anything, if I have to blend lines or anything, I do that. Then as soon as I get them all decaled, I go ahead and I just take photos. Hey, how's this look? Is there anything you want different? They usually all say, oh my gosh, it looks great. If I have any issues with fonts, not wanting to cut. I already had one, my last cup night. I said, hey, I've tried cutting it a bunch of different times, different sizes. It just is not working. Is there another font from dafont.com that would work for you? She picked one. It works perfect. Coasters and keychains. I just tell them you get either a keychain or you get a coaster set of 2. And I'm doing it based off either, usually it's based off to match their cup, is what I tell them. Last cup night, the girls were really cool and I felt really nice. So I said, you know, I have like, is there a cute keychain you might want? I have animal families. I have all of this. And they're like, oh, do you have a puzzle piece? Oh, do you have like Georgia? And I was like, yeah. So then I said, well, write what you want on it. So that is where the back of the card comes in, or the back of the paper. They are going to circle whether they want a keychain or 2 coasters. And if they want the 2 coasters, I say 1 and 2. Okay, what's the kind of design you might want for it? Okay, keychain. What's the kind of keychain you might want? That's it. I do it because it's all epoxy. Other than that, they have no idea. I do not show them photos of their keychains or coasters whatsoever. That is a total surprise for them. And then I finish everything. All my stuff is always gift wrapped, so I just have a brown bag with a brown gift bag from the dollar store, because you can get packs of them. A cute colored piece of tissue paper, 1 piece, guys. Sometimes if it's the mason jar one, you can even get away with half. I literally set the cup in it, in the thing, and I have a little name tag, and it just hangs on the bag with a cute little bow. That's it. And with COVID, like, you don't want to have to make it hard. Hey everyone, your cups are ready. Let me know when you're on your way to pick them up. And I will pop it on the table right next to my front door when you're on your way. Just let me know when you're on your way. That way it's not sitting out there. That way you don't have porch pirates come and jack it. And that's what works. So when someone's like, hey, I'll be there around 4. Okay, perfect. 3 o'clock comes, I am popping that sucker on the table and it's waiting for him. That way there's no more interaction. You don't have to deal with it. If you're busy, you don't have to waste your time. Cleanup is usually easy. I just wipe everything down with the disinfectant wipes. But I think that's it. I hope that kind of explains it. Oh, let me show you a couple photos. I've had people do really beautiful. I have not seen a really ugly cup. So here are cups of the cup night. This was my first cup night, you guys. Like, we had different sections, but you can see before I had the coin case glitter samples, everyone with their trays. This is at the end of the cup night. This was in my garage when we were so super close together. As they were doing, this was with Mod Podge, you guys. That was my first and only time doing Mod Podge. I do have it handy because someone wanted to make a pencil cup at the last cup night. So I had them start on the outsides and work their way in. The outsides we did spray adhesive, and then when it came time to the inside, I helped tape it, and then we did Mod Podge. And then depending on timing, she was just finishing getting her glitters when everyone was halfway done with their cups, and she was still glittering when they were all done and working on their keychains and coasters. So that is the time where I'm like, oh, perfect, you did it. Well, do I need to do more? Nope, that's it. I will do the second coat of glitter for Mod Podge because we want to make sure it's dry. So I just said, nope, that's it. I will touch up the areas that need touched up. I did a whole second coat of glitter on all of them. And these are some of the cups I've made. So this is when I did the co-op where she did, my co-host did coaster sets of 4. So I took half the group, she took the other half. The first half was with me, we did your cups. The second half would be with her doing the coasters, and then when everyone was done, we'd flop. It was great. I think we had 15. So here are just a few. See, we have geode, Jack Skeleton, someone wanted wood grain with glitter. And most of these people, this was a keychain, most of the people chose coaster sets. This is one of mine where it's coaster set of 2. Oh no, that's it. But that's it for cup night. But you can see, and I always try to take photos because if you do a Facebook event, you can use this to advertise, or even when you're saying, hey guys, I'm hosting a cup night. People want to see what it looks like. show them the cups. They don't turn out like crap. They turn out really good. And if it's messed up, like, and some people will be like, oh my gosh, can you just fix that? Like, are you gonna fix that for me? I'm like, yeah, anything you don't like, I will fix. If there's a line that you don't like, I will fix it. Or I will strip it, start over, and you will have no idea, and you will think you did it. But they all turn out really good. So that's it. So cool thing is now this will be posted on YouTube. For those who don't want to create anything themselves, I do have the Google form on my website to purchase as a digital file. And then I also have this handout available for purchase as a digital file. I haven't figured out how to link the file to my website. So if you purchase it on my website, moocrewcreations.com, within 24 hours, like if it's late at night and I'm not awake, you will receive it the next morning. I will email you the files within 24 hours. And they are made to where you can customize them still. It's a Word document. No, it's a Pages document. And then Google Forms. So you will get those if you would like to purchase them. Again, moocrewcreations.com. I think I forget where it's on my website. But I think it's like Part of the Herd or Back to the Barn. It's always like an animal or a farm animal reference. But I hope that answers your questions. I hope you guys are wanting to try it. Again, start slow, start small. If you want to do mobile, you can do mobile. Just like I said, I packed all my glitters. All my stuff's in tubs, so it was easy to transport, especially if you have it prepped. Just make sure you have one bag with just like supplies, brushes, alcohol, wipies, trash bag, anything you can think of that you might need, grab it. Even if you think you don't need it, grab it. You probably will. And I hope that's it. Like I said, you can customize it to your own thing. You do not have to have all this stuff. You can literally have an index card, a pen, and a cup. That's it. Well, and something to catch your glitter. I just did this because I was going to be doing them so often. For me, it's easier with my OCD. So let me know if you guys have any questions. That's it. I will try to respond. I will try to post the links to everything, like my supplies I use. If you're interested in using those, I will post the links of those in the description. And if not, have a great day. Thank you guys for visiting. Sorry if I talk too fast. I just get going. But have a great day. Let me know if you want to see other videos. I will be happy to do them.